I added a point here that said walk up shot. Oh, the part where, the shot where the giggling green ghosts are just walking up to the cameras, just like wiggling around. It's like, oh god, imagine that, just like walking up to you, and then Shaggy and Scooby pulling the stuff. 1 point for that. The ghosts essentially had the whole team running. They had like very little time to find clues, so whatever they found, like, I mean, they did also have the feed, the FEED, that led them to the find other stuff. So that's probably another point. Shoot, that brings them up to more points. Let me put that over here. The FEED. See, I missed a couple of things, so that's that. Yeah, so where was I? Had them running, +2, the feed. All right. The trap didn't work. -4 for the gang. Shaggy and Scooby. Oh, they still trap him using the materials, and still capture him, the ghost, using the machine. So +2 for that. I took away a point because who invents reverse fans that powerful? Like, and who would put reverse in a fan? Who puts reverse in anything? Like, wait, okay, whatever. But anyways, -1. The explanation of it, 8. I like this. Creeps and crawls, they wanted the money by themselves. The episode itself, as you guys know, this is my favorite episode. Well, as you guys know, you guys don't even know. As I know. 10 points for this episode because I love this episode. And then -1 because Confederate money. Useless. All that. So then, at the end of the day, Giggling Green Ghost, 49 points. And yes, this is the second day that I'm doing this stuff. I do work at Target, if you saw that. But yeah, I wasn't able to finish it the day prior, because children be childrening. So, yeah. 49. Technically called the Phantom Shadow or the Green Ghost. But I'm gonna call it the Giggling Green Ghost. The Snow Ghost. So the gang was on a ski trip. +3 for the creativity. But I took away 3 points because once again, the story comes from the person who would eventually be the person behind the mask, and I took off the 3 points is usually 2 or 3, whatever, but I also took a point because the person that also was like, nice doggy, nice doggy, apparently that person was also involved in it, so that's why altogether -3 points. The powers of the Snow Ghost: flies and can turn people to ghosts. 1 point for the flies, 2 points for turning people into ghosts. I mean, if the Snow Ghost was a real ghost and turned people into ghosts, he essentially has minions now. So that's why. The clues: sawdust, the hollow log that Daphne somehow jumped into. Yes, cartoons, be cartooning. The diamonds and the jewels that they find in the hollow log. So 3 points in total there. The stack of gang. So, when they're like running out and it's Velma all the way in the bottom once again. And then Freddy, Scooby, Shaggy, and they run out, and then they grab Daphne before they haul out of there. Those bits always get me, because it's always funny they put the Velma, like, the smallest one, but obviously she's the strongest one, so love it. Love those bits. Um, also, I'm pretty sure they pretty much confirmed the Yeti is canon in this universe, but that it died because it wasn't able to grab right to the snow. Like, you're a Yeti. Like, you know your limits if you're an adult. I don't know, maybe this is a baby Yeti and didn't know anything. But if you're like, okay, so the person that talks the story is like, oh, I met the Yeti. So this was obviously before the guy, the other guy, takes the idea of the Yeti and then turns into the snow ghost. And then, so he tells a story. He's like, when I was my younger age, I like jumped over to the ledge or whatever to be safe. The Yeti jumped afterwards and then wasn't able to find a good place to grab because of the snow, and then fell to his death. And then many years later, now that he has the gray hair, that he's old, the dude behind the mask essentially like took that story and created the snow ghost, which means that the Yeti at one point was actually real, but that it died due to a dumb decision. So I gave that 1 point. The ghost did capture Velma, like literally, like I thought that was like the most aggressive way to kidnap somebody, but apparently effective. And also technically captured Shaggy. So that's 2 points for Velma, 2 points for Shaggy. And Shaggy also mentions afterwards when he's all in white, I don't know, powder, paint, I don't know what it is, that he fainted at the sight of the snow ghost. So 2 points for the snow ghost for making somebody from the gang faint. The dude tried to kill. This guy wasn't just scaring, he was actively willing to kill. I think more than any other ghost, villain, monster, or ghoul. He puts Velma on a log that's like about to be sawed in half. He tries to chuck Scooby off the ledge, and Scooby, like, this snow ghost was like very aggressive. But then again, he's a Yeti, so makes sense. +3 for that. Because in most of the other ones, it's just scaring, and yeah. I like this new take on like people actually being like actually aggressive and not just bleh, and yay, it's working, they're running away, but more like, you guys are ruining my operations, y'all gonna have to die. The beaver Scooby with the whole thing, I like that. +1. The make like a bird, and they're trying to fly and they're like encased in ice, and Scooby just starts to +1. The trap does not work. Scooby goes and the ice, the water turns to ice before it hits the snow ghost, so -4. They didn't know who until the mask falls off the guy and he's like, I have a splitting headache or whatever. So -3. The explanation of the episode, once they put all the information together, +8. Really good, placed well. The episode itself, I like the snow ghost. The episode, how it paces, so I gave that +8. And 3 points because the snow ghost was all about scaring. He wasn't trying to get something from the gang or try to recover something. He was just, get out. You know, you're in my space. So +3 for that, which brings the snow ghost to a total of 30 points.